So you are probably here because you've heard or read about the trending Nollywood movie titled Devil is a Liar, showing on Netflix, featuring Ikpe-Etim, James Gardiner, Erica Nlewedim, Nancy Isime, Padita Ago, Messi Aigbe, and so on. Now, directed by Moses Inwang, this movie tells the story of a successful realtor, Adaora Phillips, who, despite her professional accomplishment, was haunted by the pressure of being in her late 30s and yet unmarried. Such was the pressure that when she met Jaiye, a fashion designer, she fell easily for him and ignored all possible red flags, including the staggering age difference and the financial class disparity. Things didn't turn out so rosy after wedding, as Adaora and Jaiye disagreed on so many things, especially childbearing and eventually the number of children to have, resulting in Adaora having to abort her second pregnancy just so she could keep Jaiye, her husband. Now, Adaora was heartbroken after her only child died in an accident which involved her and her husband, Jaiye. She also learned that Jaiye had conspired with a doctor to take out her womb during the abortion she did. In addition, Jaiye was cheating. In anger, she attacked Jaiye with her car, hit him, and then Jaiye was hospitalized. Adaora was eventually sent to jail after Jaiye died in an Indian hospital, or so everyone thought. But Adaora found out after she came out of prison that Jaiye was alive and in fact was enjoying life with his new family. Now, the movie plot from then turned into revenge for Adaora. What do I like about this movie? Number one, you see, Nse acted very well as Adaora. She carried the load of the entire movie on her shoulders and carried it well. I dare say she put in a 7 over 10 performance in this movie. In number two, I commend the movie for highlighting several issues like the pressure women face when they're in their late 30s and unmarried. Regardless of how successful they may be in their careers, everybody wants them to get married or they are considered unsuccessful, unaccomplished. That pressure to get married and stay married was probably part of why Adaora was too blind to see the many red flags staring at her so boldly. And there was also the issue of age dynamics in marriage, although that wasn't developed well enough. But the movie could have done better in the following areas. Number one, the movie, even though it was over 2 hours, rushed some very important aspects and dwelled too much on some not so important scenes. Now, whether by intent or by error, the movie did not show Adaora meeting anybody from Jaiye's family, except the so-called cousin, Anna. Yeah, Jaiye claimed he lost his both parents and so on and so forth. But what about aunties? What about uncles? I mean, there will be no cousin if there was no uncle or auntie somewhere, right? What about going to Jaiye's village? Or even bringing Jaiye to her own family, where he would have most likely been questioned about his family background. Instead, the movie wasted too much time on some boring dialogues like the one between Adaora and Jaiye just before the latter's death. That conversation was too long and was too boring and sounded too fake as well. The quotations from Achebe to this one, I beg you. Now, number two, how does it make sense that Jaiye would zoom off with investors' money, steal from Adaora, that was the ex-wife, fake his death in India, and still return to Nigeria to build a family in the same city where he had done all of those and was also known as a fashion designer? The same city where Adora's family members lived? Also, maybe I missed something, but how did Jaiye have all those business documents in his bag in the hotel when Adaora was going through the bag and saw all of them? How did they have all of those? I mean, do people carry such important documents around with them like that? It would have made sense if Jaiye was about to travel out, rushing to travel out and gathering all documents. Not someone going for vacation with the family and you're packing your business documents like that, showing where you had stakes, where you had investments, passports and everything all together. Didn't make sense to me like that. Now, in number three, much as I support giving key roles to new actors, I must say, Erica Nlewedim was extremely poor as Anna. When she turned around to ask, why did you kill him? I loved him. I cringed because it was so badly acted. Who does that? In fact, of all the major actors in this movie, only Nse and to some extent Nancy Isime can hold their heads up high. The rest, not good enough. James Gardiner, that's Jaiye, looked the part. I mean, he was fine, attractive, yeah, dressed the part as a fashion designer, yeah, that one too, but could not act the part. Finally, Adora's change of accent after 6 years in jail was not necessary, was it? I mean, Nobody goes to jail at over 40 years and then returns from jail after 6 years and begins to speak like that. Take, for instance, people who travel out. If you leave the shores of Nigeria for the first time at over 40 years, say you go to the UK, another 6 years, you suddenly forget how to speak like the normal Nigeria where you be. You now pick up a new accent because of 6 years. You will be one of those we mock and tell that you are trying to form. Because 40 something years, all of a sudden 6 years in a particular place changes your accent by here. Normally, yeah, she can learn to speak that way, and she can speak that way if you want, but not to be presented like, oh, that is the way she now speaks. It was even worse because she didn't stick to that same accent. She didn't know when to switch, when to stick to this one, so she was often switching. You see, I think the movie started well. From the beginning of the movie, it was a good watch. But from the point when Adaora went to jail, the movie fell flat. It dragged on for too long and became hard to watch. Honestly, this movie is a 4.5 over 10 for me. 4.5 over 10. And probably the 4.5 is down to Nse's acting and some of the beautiful messages there. But I was not too impressed. Have you seen the movie? Let me know in the comment section what you think about the movie and my review of the movie. And please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe so you get to watch more videos when I post them.